broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everybody. You are watching and listening to AfterBuzz TV's Spotlight On. I'm Jason Ikeler, and joining me today is singer-songwriter Sinclair.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So the debut EP is out now. Does it feel good?
It feels incredible.
Awesome. So it's called Sweet Talk. We're going to start this off with a little sweet talk. So we're just going to ask you some sweet talk questions. Are you ready for this?
Perfect. Ready.
When was the last time someone did something sweet for you?
Oh, man. Probably the last couple days, but particularly sweet. My wife made me a fabulous dinner last week.
Oh, it's always good when somebody cooks for you, right?
Yes, I'll take it.
Do you cook?
I cook a lot,
Okay.
actually.
So it's like a team thing.
It's kind of surprising. It's one of my little surprise elements.
Oh, that's good.
I like the kitchen.
I should get some tips from you after this because I can't cook anything.
I'm not that good.
No, you're like, I'm a good cook, but not that good. Okay. What's the worst pickup line anyone's ever used on you?
Oh, gee. Man. That's a tough question.
Is there one that you would be like, oh, God?
Oh, yeah. Something about, if I told you I had a nice body, would you hold it against me?
That's the Britney Spears song?
Is that?
Those are Britney Spears lyrics.
She's brilliant, man.
I know, now you know.
It works for her, maybe. I don't know.
If you're on Tinder, just use that. Okay, worst pickup line you've ever used?
Oh, man. Well, I live in Tennessee now, and I never got to try the whole, like, you know, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. I've never gotten to try that one out, but I'm not much of a pickup line person. Okay. I'm more like the...
Wow, with your music?
Smiles.
Okay.
And
Eye
sweet
contact.
talk. No.
Sweet talk, perfect. Which celebrity would you like to sweet talk?
Oh, no. I'm going to get in trouble for this interview.
It's just for TV.
You know what? My childhood crush was actually Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
Like, you know, Mask of Zorro.
Oh.
Dude, that was my jam.
She's hot in that, though.
She's really hot in that.
You can use your Tennessee line on her. Okay, and what's the best compliment anyone's ever given you? Or is there one thing, like, when people compliment you, you like when they say that?
Well, you know, someone just the other night gave me a compliment that it was really sweet. She was feeling a little under the weather that day, and I was like, I heard you weren't feeling great. And she was like, I was until I heard you play.
Oh, wow.
It was just really sweet. She
That's
just was
cool.
a very, like, honest, sweet person, and I thought that was a really sweet thing to say.
That's awesome.
So.
Okay, so we got to talk about the music.
All right.
You're actually a classically trained guitarist?
Yeah.
When did that start?
Weird, right?
Yeah. I'm classically trained singer. We're going to find out we have the same
you
life.
And me are
we're like,
weird.
we got this.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started playing guitar?
I was 6 years old.
Oh,
No,
wow.
7. 7 years old when I started playing guitar, but I was 13 when I started playing classical.
Oh, so it started out just like
I was
chords
just playing like strummy stuff. My dad was just teaching me some, shapes, the bear claw
Did you have
stuff.
to sing like contemporary Christian music on the guitar?
Absolutely.
What do we got?
Did you?
A little bit. I had to sing in
Jason,
church.
you
Our
did
God is
it.
an awesome God.
Yes.
You
yes.
know, okay.
I will lift your name. Lord, I lift your name on high.
I know the sign language to that. So did you always, when you started playing guitar, did you automatically write songs with it, or was it just...
I would like play Beatles songs
Oh, wow.
as much as I could. And I would write songs. I think the first song I wrote was when I was 12.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Are they songs you would play for people now?
No.
No, okay. I feel like that's what most people say. They're like, I wouldn't let anyone hear it.
I wish.
So your family was very conservative growing up, right? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, my parents are beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of 9 kids.
Oh, wow.
And my dad is a pastor. He has been for I think it's 35 years now. And it's a very fundamentalist evangelical church.
Okay.
So they're still very conservative.
Okay.
No less conservative than what I grew up in. And you know, it was interesting. Like it's been interesting to kind of. I was also raised in a rural area.
Okay.
So it was kind of interesting to break out of that and experience life outside of my home.
Once you moved.
Yeah.
So did you know? Because this is always interesting for me too. I didn't know any other gay people growing up. Like until I moved. Did you know other people when you were in New York?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I had one friend when I was about 15, but yeah, actually a couple friends.
Oh, okay.
But no, there was only one couple that I knew.
Oh, okay.
But it was like so
Not a lot.
unspoken.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about it.
When did you come out to your family?
2010.
So were you still in New York at that point?
I was still living in New York.
Okay. With them or? With
them.
Oh, wow. How did that go?
I moved out 9 months after I told them.
Okay.
And it didn't go well.
Okay.
And but trying to think, it wasn't any better than I expected it to be. But you know, I think one of the things actually about the music that I'm so excited about is there's one song on there called "This Too Shall Pass."
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And it's kind of a little bit of my story from that time, because and honestly, I was just trying to talk myself through it and think that things were going to get better, and I didn't really see the other side.
Yeah, I think it's hard to when you're in it.
Exactly, and that's what the song is about. That it's just like, you know, it doesn't feel like it, you know.
But it's cool now that you can let that song be heard by other kids in the same situation, and then they're like, oh, because I remember, at least for me, when I was going through that, it was like Jennifer Knapp, Brandi Carlile, like all these artists that were talking about that sort of thing.
Yeah, I really hope that's one of my biggest hopes, is that it helps people out in all sorts of situations. I mean, I think that's a big message.
Yeah.
So,
were there artists that you connected to growing up in that environment?
Let's see, growing up, I think I connected to, I don't think particularly in that way I connected necessarily, but I do remember finding a really deep connection with like Jeff Buckley.
Oh, okay.
You know, and for whatever reason, his Grace record was like really important for me in my mid-teens. And then also Sting, man.
Really?
It's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. I was like this 12-year-old that was just like binging on Sting, man.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it was beautiful. And Brandi Carlile I didn't discover till a little bit older. And
okay.
My God.
Amazing, right?
I mean, it's everybody loves the story, but I love the story.
It's so good.
It's so incredible.
So then, obviously, all that happened in New York. You moved to Nashville. Did you move to Nashville to pursue songwriting, or was it just sort of to get away?
It was a little bit of both, but mostly to get away.
Okay.
I knew I wanted to be in a music city, and Nashville was kind of the most tangible, affordable, drive there in my car kind of place that I felt like I could get things going musically. But I really was just, I was leaving. I needed to get out. I needed a change of pace. I needed a new start, reset.
That's awesome.
It was good for me.
So then you get to Nashville. When did you start writing this album?
Let's see here. it's kind of been, I feel like it's been being written my whole life
that's
a
what
little
everybody
bit.
says, their
Isn't
first
that
album.
funny?
Yeah, that's
the
cool,
first
though.
album is like this huge period of time. But I would say a lot of the songs were written between last summer and fall. I did a lot of the writing for, and then we started tracking in January. So.
And talk about who you worked with, because you worked with some really big names on this too.
Yeah, I got to work with actually John Alasia, and he's somebody that I had wanted to work with in my teens, man.
Yeah.
Like I was like listening to these records, and I'm like, dude, this is incredible. I was geeking out. Always in the back, John Alasia. It's like, what?
And then you work with him.
Yeah, I knew his name. I was like, I think I want to make a record with this guy someday. And then I met Nolan Sipe, who's the other producer.
Okay.
And he was a co-writer on a bunch of the stuff in the EP. I met him out here in LA.
Oh, wow.
And I met him 3.5 years ago. And we just clicked automatically. And I didn't even know John and Nolan knew each other.
Oh, that's cool. And then
they came to me and wanted to work, and I was just like...
So they came to you. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah. One of the best feeling in my music career, one of the most serendipitous things ever. And I just felt like, okay, stars are aligning.
Yeah.
And this whole kind of release has felt like that. It just felt good. Yeah.
Did you know going into it that it was going to be, how would you describe it? Sort of like folky pop, alternative?
You know, I think I would describe what we chased down as kind of alt rock with some hip hop flair.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of like interesting sounds that you wouldn't normally hear on that type of music.
Yeah, and we went for a lot of analog synths. We had a guy named Brian West work on some of the programming. I think he did some like Nelly Furtado stuff, and he's so great.
That's
but
awesome.
It was a really cool, creative time and process.
And talk to me lyrically now. Has your family heard the album? Because there's a lot of like religious lines in the lyrics, I feel like. Like you talk about being the prodigal daughter or stuff like that.
Yes. Has my family heard the record? I am not entirely sure.
Okay.
I know the only person I know that's heard the record from my family is my older brother, Jamie.
Okay.
And he really, really loved it. He really loved it. He didn't say a whole lot except that his favorite track was "This Too Shall Pass" and "Heaven on Earth." And I don't know how the rest of, I haven't heard much feedback from my family on my music career since leaving.
Oh, okay. So it's still they're not 100% okay with being gay or.
Yeah, I would say they're, no.
I think that's an important story to tell people, though, especially because look at you. You have a huge album coming out that's getting so much buzz, and it's still not all good back home. But look at how good you're doing. You know.
Yeah, I think that it's been something a lot of people go through, and it's been good for me to be able to relate to a lot of stories too. I'm far from the only one, and we even connect on that, and my family's not supportive for sure on that end, but I hope things get better someday.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
So tell me, I always do this, tell me in 5 words or less why we should buy your EP.
5 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say
pressure is on.
Because it's fun and authentic.
Oh, that's good. Good sell. So it's actually, if you're listening to this, it's a really good album. Okay, we're going to get to know your music taste a little bit before we wrap this up.
Oh, sweet.
So you're going to build me a playlist, okay?
Oh.
What is the song that you always put on in your car?
Always.
Yeah. Is there one like go-to song?
Oh, man. You are asking some hard questions.
Hard-hitting journalist.
This is good.
Right
Hard-hitting journalist. Let's see here. I always put on Phoenix.
Okay.
I feel like anytime I'm like wanting to have a good, fun day, I usually pop on Phoenix Girlfriend.
Oh, okay. What if you're going to cry? What song do you cry to?
What if I'm going to cry? Oh, man. Radiohead. Oh, man. And I'm trying to remember the name of the song. And actually anything on Radiohead.
Radiohead.
OK Computer. OK Computer, man.
And what's your makeout song?
Oh, that's a really good question too. I think there's a lot of those.
Top 3.
Top 3. What's my makeout song? Makeout song. John Legend, PDA.
Oh,
I love that
song. That is a good song.
That's a great song.
I'm going to keep that in mind. I'll take your advice.
Yeah, dude.
And what about a breakup song?
Oh, man. Forget Her, Jeff Buckley.
Oh, okay. I like all the Jeff Buckley influence. And then finally, what's your party song?
Party song. Oh, dude. It would have to be something like straight hip hop. Oh, you know what? My pump up song is actually, I think it's Kanye West. Is the name of it Stronger?
Oh, that don't kill me. That one? Okay.
Can only make me stronger.
That's good.
I just love that.
You can do like an acoustic cover of that. You should.
Dude, this guy.
I got you.
I need him on my team.
Put me on your team. That'll be good. So album's out. And then you're going to get ready to play a bunch of live shows, do some touring?
Absolutely. I think beginning of 2015, going to be hitting the road a lot with my band and just kind of playing the EP, selling the EP, and getting that out there. And also I'll be writing for more recording.
That's exciting.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in here today. This has been so much fun.
Everybody
buy the EP, Sweet Talk. It's really good, I promise. And go ahead and plug your website, your social media, all that stuff.
Yeah, so Twitter, Instagram, it's and SoundCloud, it's I Go By Sinclair.
Awesome.
And then you can find the record on iTunes right now, Sinclair Sweet Talk EP. And then you can find me on Facebook, just look up Sinclair, and it's my official music page. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
If you guys want more from AfterBuzz, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at AfterBuzz TV and find more awesome stuff like this on AfterBuzzTV.com.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.